Okay, so I've got the push rod all the way extended into the hole, and what I've done is I've turned it down until there's no up and down play, but you can still turn the push rod. It's still turnable, so you can turn it with your fingers. See, I can turn it with my fingers, but there's no up and down play. So we're on the cup of the lifter, so we're ready to go from there. So what I like to do, depending on the thread pitch, you want to adjust it according to thread pitch. Now this particular thread pitch looks like it's a 32 TPI, 32 threads per inch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust this 3.5 turns down and then lock it down, and that should be perfect for the adjustment. Now if you have 24 TPIs, then it's 2.5 turns. And you know, the best thing to do is to consult the internet or somewhere, and it'll give you the adjustment specs for whatever thread pitch you have. But most Harley Davidson Screaming Eagle push rods are 32 TPI, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of 1/2-inch wrenches. We're going to start this adjustment. Oh, and a 5/16. Need a 5/16. If I can find one. There we go. The 5/16 goes on the bottom. Now, as you adjust this, if you bring it around like I just did, on one of the flats there's going to be a little mark, a circle. So that's your reference point. So that's what you want to do, is you want to turn it 3.5 turns from that reference point once you have it adjusted down. So we're going to go down 3.5. There's 1. 2. There's 3. Let me just put a little mark on that so you can see it a little better. I know I've already gone 3. There's only another 1/2 turn. I got a paint marker here. I can just put a little dot on it for you. That way you'll be able to see it. There. There's a red dot there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I hope that helps. So that's 3. And we got to go another 1/2. So we're going to take it another 1/2 turn around from that red mark. Play it by ear. Okay. What the hell? Come on now. Okay. 3.5 is about right there. Okay. Once we've got that 3.5 turns, we bring this nut up to lock it. We need, and this is a 3-wrench operation. It's kind of a funny deal, but you get this one on here to hold it still, and then you get one up on top, kind of lined up with the one you just put on there, so they're kind of together in the same area, right? So you can hold both of them with one hand. Okay. Then you take the third one, you get it down here, and you tighten it down like this. Oh shit. This fucking thing. Okay, just like that. Yeah, let's get this on there again. Okay. Just like that. And there it is. It's down. Now, we got to wait for the lifter to bleed down. Okay, we got to wait for the lifter to bleed down, and you can turn this push rod. Otherwise, you run the risk of bending a valve, because right now the valve is compressed open. So the valve is compressed open and it's lifted up off the seat a little bit. So if you was to turn the motor over now, the valve would be out of adjustment too far into the cylinder, and you could possibly, as the piston comes up, you could possibly kiss a valve and bend it. So you have to wait for this to loosen up. So we're going to leave that like that for right now. And I am going to do the other, I'm going to do the next one. I'm going to do the front one. Now I showed you how to do the rear one. The process is exactly the same, so I'm not going to go with that, run that through with you. I'll just go ahead and pause the video until I get it in and the adjustment time to adjust it comes. So that's where we're at.